Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the Normally Spent Road to Glory. This is the third video of the day. If you missed the first two, be sure to go ahead and check them out on the channel. We did the top 10 players under 50,000 MT in the game at the moment, and then we also had another episode of the You Pick, I Play series, and a guy that you guys have asked for so long in the comments has been added to the squad, so be sure to go ahead and check that out. It was a very fun game of Unlimited, and you don't get to say that very often, so yeah, go ahead and check that out. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of a tip session about my team Unlimited. I'm going to be talking, wow words, I'm going to be talking about my 12-0 run. Obviously we got a couple of days ago when we picked up the Galaxy Opal Wilt Chamberlain, going through the team I used, going through a couple of tips I learned along the way, and just giving you guys some general tips in terms of like playbooks, what settings to run, etc., and what ones worked for me, and then a couple of gameplay tips as well. From yesterday, we sold off our Galaxy Opal Kareem. Now, I know how much he sold for, which is a madness, so we're going to redeem that today, which is awesome, and then we will, of course, have a look at Galaxy Opal Shaq's price, just to see if there's been any type of movement on him. Also, we will be investing in a couple more Amethyst Mo Bambas because I still think he is pretty damn cheap and definitely going to go up in my opinion. Then, of course, we got some comments from yesterday to get into. So, let's jump into it. So, the limited time event today is still the same, and that is until tomorrow morning. I haven't played any my team Triple Threat online since yesterday, so chances are we're not going to get any of those cards, which is a bit of a shame, but the only one I'd really want would be that Diamond Rex Chapman, so I guess I can live without him. Daily Agenda, 2 trash ones, but a domination for 700 MT, it's not bad. And the Ruby Evo, I need to remember to do that before the end of the week, because for 2.5k, not bad at all. Really not going to complain about that. So yeah, nothing new over here, nothing new over here. My team Unlimited, currently 1-1. Obviously, it doesn't matter about winning anymore, which is fantastic. They were the two games we played in the You Pick, I Play episode earlier. So we come down to the auction outcomes, 21 things down here, and we come all the way down, and I have no idea what that says, but that message can go. Thank you very much. And there we go. Look at the state of that. Genuinely, when I saw it, I could not believe it. If we come down here and have a look at Kareem right now, I mean, he's not 200k. Like, obviously, he's not 260k, but he was selling for like 350. And I was like, you know what? If I get over 400k, I'll be happy. Anything less than 400, and I would have been a little bit annoyed. But I saw him, and the last bid I saw it had like 440k, and I was like, damn, that's insane. I can't wait to show that off in a video. And then I came down here to redeem some auctions I've been outbid on, because I didn't want to double check how much he sold for. And then I saw this. Nearly 500k for Galaxy Opal Kareem. Let's get it. So, of course, after tax, that is 445k, which is still pretty damn good and puts us at 1.9 million MT. And we've got 15 Mo Bambas that we have invested in, which is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, we will take a quick look at him and see what his price is at the moment, and probably going to pick up a couple more on open bid. So, again, on buy now, he's probably going to be about 5k. Let's take a look right here. I would be surprised if he's here, but he is, and there's quite a lot as well. Okay, looks like his price is coming down a bit. One there for 4k, I'll take that. No, I won't, thank you very much. So it looks like, I don't know, 4.5k by the looks of it. Yeah, about 4.5k. Another one for 4k. Yeah, I'll take that one, cool. So 4k for Mo Bamba is such a good price, such a W, and that should mean that on open bids, we should be able to get him for a little bit cheaper than 4k. If we can start picking them up for 3.5k, that is such a dub. So no, people are already bidding these ones up to about 4k. So maybe they don't know that he's relatively cheap on, yeah, I guess they haven't seen yet. But still puts us at 16 Mo Bambas, which is still pretty good. So again, at 4k, guys, I would strongly recommend investing in this guy. I think he's going to go a very similar route to the Amethyst Isaac Bonga, who, when he first came out, was a similar price, 3 to 4,000 MT. And now you're looking at him, he is up at like 9, 10k. So big profit on Isaac Bonga, and I think it's going to be the same situation with Mo Bamba over here. So I've already got one in the club as well, so we've already got 17 of him, and I will start adding some more in the next couple of days. So move down here, and we will take a quick look at our investments that we've got so far. So we've got the diamond shoes over here, looking like they're still just over 30k, which is awesome to see. 34k, really? 33k. But if Kobe content drops tomorrow, or whatever the content is going to be, hopefully it's players that need 3-point shoes, and it should make their price go up just that little bit more. In terms of actual players, we have got our Galaxy Opal Tracy McGrady, now selling for still around 500k, so his price doesn't come up too much. Definitely expect that to go up and up. Magic is looking like he's getting a little bit more expensive, pushing near 400k. You love to see it. And then we have got Bol, who I do want to sell. Yeah, really not selling for too much, like 250k, which I'm not too happy about, not going to lie. But yeah, other than that, we will go ahead and take a look at big boy Shaq. What's he selling for? 800k? Well, basically 900k by the looks of it. So yesterday he was up at 1 million, like consistently 1 million. And now it's looking like he's coming down a little bit, which is good to see. You do love to see it. So I think I'm going to wait a couple more days. I mean, he's in packs for the next... Well, he's actually only in packs till Tuesday right there. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll see what happens. If they do drop some big stuff in terms of content, his price might come down a little bit. But obviously not too sure on that one. So onto our main squad. And you guys did give me plenty of feedback about what shoe to put onto Galaxy Opal Wilt Chamberlain. And the majority of you said to put the Adidas Superstars on him. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. We put the Opal? We made the Opal even better. So he now has the 95 mid-range, 77 3-point shot, 86 ball control, and 99 interior defense. It is an insane shoe, and that's just to make Wilt Chamberlain even better. So not going to get any gameplay with this squad today, but will definitely be happening in the next couple of days. Obviously, it depends what content we got tomorrow, but definitely going to do some gameplay. I want to get a dedicated gameplay with T-Mac, dedicated gameplay with Wilt Chamberlain, and then, of course, just a whole squad gameplay to see how they're going to play. But you can see down there, Bol not really fitting in with the squad at the moment. Right, so on to My Team Unlimited. And we have gone 12-0 4 times so far this year. So we went 12-0 when it was Baron Davis. Then we went 12-0 for Moses Malone, James Worthy, and Wilt Chamberlain. So these two guys we got here were secondary players. So Larry Bird was secondary for James Worthy, and Clyde the Glide was secondary for Wilt, or for Moses Malone. I don't know, but you guys get the picture. I've gone 12-0 4 times this year, which feels really good. Let's not get it twisted. And this is basically the squad that I used to get it. So at the centre position, I was running with this to begin with. I actually had a Diamond Harry Giles off the bench, and then I swapped Harry Giles into the starting lineup, and then about 7 games in, I put Galaxy Opal Kareem at the centre position, and then had Bam off the bench. So this is still a very, very similar squad to what well, it won me like half the games. Over half the games I won with this squad exactly right here. And it was fantastic. So we'll talk a little bit about the squad, and then we'll get on to some tips about gameplays, and then into settings, etc., because there's a lot to get through. So in terms of the actual squad, in terms of the starting 5 right here, we've got Malcolm Brogdon at the point guard position at 6'5". Very important to have big, capable point guards who can defend. So we've got Isaac Bonga at 6'8" off the bench as well. Now, every single player in my starting lineup, with the exception of Danny Manning, I believe, I will just double check that. Let's have a look down here at his badges. So yeah, every player apart from Danny Manning has got Hall of Fame clamps, which is big. And every player has a ridiculously high defensive stats. So 92 perimeter D on Malcolm Brogdon. Cam Reddish comes in with 95. Rocco comes in with like 99s. Danny Manning comes in. Actually, I don't think his are exceptional. So 80 perimeter, 88 interior, which is still pretty damn good. And then 84 perimeter and 92 interior on Bam Adebayo. So once you've got your team set defensively, then you can start looking at adding in offensive threats. So again, every single player in this starting lineup has got range extender. Malcolm Brogdon and Cam Reddish have it at the Hall of Fame level, and these 3 guys right here have it at the gold level. And again, that just makes your life so much easier. So Jonathan Isaac used to be in my starting lineup in place of Danny Manning, but Danny Manning's range extender makes all the difference out there. In the streets of Unlimited, especially when you get zoned up, it is absolutely vital that you have people who have got range extender and they can shoot from anywhere. So if you see them open, you don't have to worry about who it is. You just know that if it's a player on the floor, they're going to be able to knock it down from deep. So that is why I kind of base my team around that. Really strong defensive capabilities. Make sure they've got clamps at least at gold. And make sure they have range extender as well. That definitely does help. And then, of course, you want to make sure they can all do a bit of everything. So every card here can drive. I think Malcolm Brogdon's probably got the lowest driving dunk at 75, but he can still take it inside. He's got the 94 driving layup. Other than that, everyone else here is very, very solid. Bam Adebayo, sure, is a little bit undersized at the centre position with that 6'10", but we've got Rocco in here. He can get a little bit of rebounding going if we start to struggle. And Danny Manning, again, not the best on the boards, not going to lie, but that is why we've got Jonathan Isaac down here. If we are struggling, we get Jonathan Isaac in. His defensive stats are ridiculous. His rebounding isn't incredible, but he is 6'10" as well. So if we need a little bit more height, move Danny Manning over to the 3 and Jonathan Isaac in at the 4. And again, it just shows you've got to have players that are able to mix and match. So I used to bring in a giant. I used to have big Boban down here. There he is right there, 7'3", of course. But I just found that even if someone is running with a giant, you know, like a Big Z or a Manute Bowl, someone ridiculously big, chances are on the offensive end, you're just going to be cooking them because their lateral quickness is horrendous, and you're coming in with a centre who can put the ball on the floor with 89 ball control. So I kind of ditched that just because I wanted to play how I wanted to play rather than being dictated to basically by my opponent. But I would strongly recommend you guys run a 13-man rotation, have a giant down here, and then just have 2 other situational players as well. So obviously the point guard position, we're absolutely set. We've got Malcolm Brogdon and Isaac Bonga. Cam Reddish at 6'8" is fantastic at that shooting guard position. Kevin Porter Jr. 6'6", so sure, maybe if someone is running with a ridiculously big lineup, he might be a little bit undersized, but still a fantastic card. Gerald Boyce, again, defensively insane, but not a power forward. He is 6'7", so I wouldn't recommend running him there. Again, Rocco, not at the power forward position. He is 6'9". I prefer my own power forward to be a little bit bigger, which is why we've got Jonathan Isaac and Danny Manning at 6'10". So that is a squad that I used. Obviously, you guys feel free to use the same squad or adapt it, play to however you want to do it. Now, when I was doing it, I was doing it in spans of about 4 games at a time. Now, it wasn't easy, obviously. We won, let me just show you guys actually real quick. I've won 32 games of Unlimited this month. We are only like 12 days through April, and I've won 32 games, so I have played a significant amount. But yeah, I would say if you are going for a 12-0 run, you need to just take breaks. You can't go for a whole 12-0 run at once. You might see YouTubers do it, you might see streamers do it, but that is draining, that is taxing. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would strongly recommend going for sort of like 3 to 4 games at a time, because even then, like, the game is going to start getting to you. There's going to be things that are happening that are out of your control in-game, and it is just going to be very, very frustrating. I have just remembered one thing about the settings over here that I forgot to mention. The coach I ran was Amethyst Mike D'Antoni. So giving boosts to speed, ball control, 3-point shot, mid-range shot, and that is for the majority of the cards. Even down here, Bam Adebayo gets speed, 3-point shot, driving layup. So just a really, really solid coach. I think I do have diamond coaches right here, but I think the boost that Mike D'Antoni gives, especially to the speed, I just want my players to be able to run. I like to run a fast offense, and that is just a perfect coach for me. So again, I wouldn't recommend you guys just copy me exactly. I would say fix one to your play style, but there's plenty out there, and obviously diamond coaches are dirt cheap at the moment, so definitely get one of those because they do make a massive, massive difference. In terms of the franchise over here, Playbook is the Bucks playbook, and I'll go through why in a second. So we are going to jump into freestyle real quick, just to give you guys a few little examples of new tips that I learned along the way, because even in the last couple of weeks, I've taught myself new things, and you guys might think that they are so dumb and so basic, like how did I not know about them before this week, or like last week, but yeah, I don't know, it's just not something that I ever thought about doing. So the first thing is going to be the hop step. So effective, and not something that I'd use. I don't think I'd ever done a hop step until last week. Genuinely, I don't think I'd ever done it, but when you start to use it, it is so effective. And the reason I started using it is because I was getting cooked by it. I was getting absolutely cooked. You can see how powerful it is, because when you drive in, especially if someone's doing a 5 out, the AI will just drop in, and you will have no choice but to just give up an open 3, because the AI has just dropped down for no apparent reason. So it's a type of move that will stop the AI, well, it will manipulate the AI basically on your opponent's team to do really, really dumb stuff. So obviously that is a bonus. But other than that, it just really it confuses your opponent. It really makes them think twice. And of course, a lot of people do jump straight away. If they see you running in the paint right like this, press square, they're going to jump a lot of the time. But of course, that gives you plenty of time to be able to assess the floor. If you can kick it out, go ahead and kick out. But if not, you can just come inside and then just take up for either a layup or do a hop, step, dunk as well. So definitely get to learn that. And like I said, it's literally just press square, let go of, okay, that wasn't it, which is typical. The one time I actually try and suggest how to do it. So you run inside, turbo inside, then press square while turboing. Why can I not do it now? Why can I not do it now when I'm actually thinking about what buttons I'm pressing? Maybe it's just an unconscious move. Press square, let go of turbo, and then just hold the left stick, left stick, away from the bucket, and that will get them to stop. So run inside, let go, and what is happening here? This is the worst tutorial ever. But you guys have seen me do it loads, so as long as you guys know how to do it, then it will be relatively easy. Press square, and there we go. Easy as you like. So hop steps are very, very effective, and I would strongly recommend you guys learn how to do those. The next thing is going to be coming off of screens or just running around at the 3-point line. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about the peekaboo lately. I'm not going to teach you how to do that because I don't even know how to do that, but I do know how I've taught myself how to set myself when I'm running around screens. So say you just get a screen set, you want to set your feet, obviously that takes a little bit of time. That is too long. You can't really be waiting that long for him to set his feet, turn around and finish a dribble. So what I do, I come off screen, do a quick behind the back and then just get the shot up and obviously time it a little better than that. So coming off screen right here, behind the back, sets the feet and then you get the shot up and you make the shot. So that's how I do it, even at the even if it's not coming off screen, even if I'm just running on a fast break. So say if I'm running on a fast break, I'll come down here, pretend to go inside, quick behind the back, and of course, with everyone having range extender on the starting 5, I know that whoever it is, I can pull up from pretty much anywhere. Again, behind the back, and you can cut off the animation as well, which is great. So as soon as you see him do it, as soon as he turns around, you can just go straight into that shot animation. So as soon as you let go of the right stick, get straight into that jump shot and you get it up nice and quickly. So it's nowhere near as quick as the peekaboo, and I'm not saying it is any rival to that, but I'm just saying this is what I've learned to do. This is how I've taught myself to set my feet and get my players to get shots. Obviously, you don't want to be taking moving shots because moving shots go in at such a lower rate compared to set shots. So yeah, that is a couple of tips in terms of gameplay that I can give you guys. So hop steps, definitely OP, definitely need to learn how to do those. So there we go, that is going to do it. I did a couple more hop steps there, but when I'm thinking about it, it's just not working, which is really weird. So press square, there we go, and then you get yourself inside very nice and easily. So that is a couple of gameplay tips. Like I said, that's a squad, there's gameplay tips. So now let's jump into a game and I'll show you guys my settings. Alright, so into the settings, and again, I'm not professing to be any type of expert, but these are the settings that I put in. So I'll go tight on ball, tight off ball, over on ball screens and on ball screen center. And then drive help, no help at all. And you also want to come over here, coach settings, turn off adaptive coaching engine. Obviously, you put in settings for a reason. You don't want the CPU just overriding those. Coaching sliders, bring this one all the way down. And I actually learned about that one from Ty Debo, so massive shout out to him for that coaching sliders one, because I didn't even realize that was a thing. And then in terms of plays, so there's only really one play that I've been using lately, and that helped me get the 12 and 0, and it was, it's not even in this playbook, is it? Because I've gone with my other squad. One absolute L that is. Okay, so I had to come into a different game to put the right playbook on, because I'm an absolute idiot. So we're going to come down here, and I always put it in that 4th slot down, because you can just press L1 twice, and it gets that play up, which I just think is a lot easier. So it is the fist 64, 5 out, down. Very effective play, very, very effective, and that's literally the only play that I actually use, and even that I don't use very often. It has to be said, I usually just run the freelance, which I will show you guys in a second, so we'll just get all these settings back in on this second game. And now I am uploading my second video of the day at the moment, so chances are it's going to be pretty damn laggy out here, but not going to play the whole game, just going to show you guys the settings that I will put in at the start of every single game. So, Wilt Chamberlain, if you can win the tip right here. Alright, don't worry. So, defensive settings is going to put his in first. That's fair enough. Alright, let's get back in a sec. Okay, so defensive settings will always be, oh, hello, what's happening here? Stay home and then crash the glass. They are the two most effective ones on the defensive end that I've found. And then when you're defending, if you are defending against pick and rolls, you always want to switch to the man who is obviously coming off the screen, and that worked out perfectly. So, freelance sets, I always go 21 delay, so just press L1 twice right there. Put tempo, push the pace, and then rebounds, crash the offensive boards. Always want to be on top of those rebounds as much as you can. So this guy is off-balling, so that's fine. So I'd usually just come up here, call for a high screen, and again, there's that little behind-the-back move that I told you guys about, just to set the feet, and just like that, we come off that screen and nail down a three-pointer. So they are pretty much all of my settings, and that's pretty much all I do every single game. So try and fight through the screens if you can. If not, then just make sure you are as active as you can be with off-ball players. There's no point trying to play solely on-ball. No one's going to give you a medal for it, and it's not going to be effective at all. So this is why I have all my settings on. That's gone in, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. That's why I have all my settings on go over on the screen. So if I do come off of the man getting screened, then I can quickly, or I can hope that he's going to fight over the screens. And again, if you guys saw... hello, that's a foul. I'll try and get a hop step to go here as well, just to show you guys how effective they can be. So we'll try and get magic rolling to the rim right here. So this guy's clearly gone 12-0 before. He's got the James Worthy there. And I will show you this 5-out play as well. So fist 64, 5-out down. As you can see, it leaves a little bit of a space for me with Magic Johnson to work with. Obviously, when someone's off-balling, it's not great, but we'll try and get a little bit of space right here. Again, there's the hop step inside. Magic literally falls to the floor, and we get an easy bucket to go. If you are playing against someone who's off-balling, it's not going to be fun at all. It's going to be frustrating. But, you know, you just got to keep your head. You just got to... Realistically, if someone off-balls me, I usually do the same back to them as well. Because if you don't want to respect me, I'm not going to respect you either. And like I said, solely off-balling is a completely different thing to what we do, which is part on-ball and part off-ball. This guy is smothering up top. And again, if someone's coming inside, kick it out to a wide-open shooter, Tracy McGrady, and brick the shot. But again, offensive rebounds, always make sure you are not taking the first shot. He actually read that pretty well. Don't take the first shot because it is going to be pretty obvious that you're going to kick it out for 3. But you can see there when I did that hop step, his AI just came off of him in the corner and left me wide open, which was absolutely lovely. Get a step right here. Again, hop stepping inside. He's read that one, but we still come inside. And again, another hop step just to show you guys how OP they are. And we're always going to have people over and just move the ball around. Just move the ball around and make sure you get an open shot. There's no point trying to force shots. No need to get shots up very quickly. And 3-pointers are going to be not going to be good to give up. So if you give up 2s, that's fine. Just make sure you guard that 3-point line with your life. You're not usually going to get beaten by just 2s. You're going to be getting beaten by 3s. So as long as you stay focused in on the defensive end, you are going to be absolutely fine. Again, I know this Dino Radja is a very quick card, but I know I've got AK-47 right there. AK left his guy. And again, that just shows all the settings in the world, but your AI can still leave you exposed, which obviously does suck. So again, coming off the screen right here, he's left me wide open. Magic Johnson is not the best release in the world. That's another thing I would say. Definitely practice your releases. It took me a while, and there we go. Another hop step inside over to Wilt Chamberlain. He's read that one, but you guys get the picture. And again, he's going to get an open 3. Going to brick it. And goaltending, he slammed that down. How was that goaltending? That makes no sense. But yeah, I think this is giving you guys a little bit of a insight into how I would play. Usually, obviously, I play a little bit better than this. I haven't used this team in quite some time. Behind the backs are very, very powerful. Behind the backs into hop steps are very powerful. Wilt Chamberlain for the mid-range. Green light. But yeah, really know your guys' releases. That's what I use at Diamond Team because I knew their releases inside and out. And again, just always move your players around. Off ball. Always move them around. And he just he runs out of bounds. Why can I not talk? Always move your off-ball players around. Just keep your opponent guessing about what you're going to do. And like I said, behind the backs, very, very powerful, especially against the AI. I'm going to drive it inside here. Again, he might be expecting the kick out, but that's absolutely fine. Wilt Chamberlain down in the post. Easy as you like. Post hooks, very effective. If you are struggling and you've got a big man, if you've got a height advantage, definitely take advantage of it. So I know that Dino Radja is 6'11", and I know Bol can shoot from there. Definitely can. Dino Radja is 6'11" or 6'10". No, 6'11", and I know that Wilt Chamberlain is quite a bit taller than that. So again, we'll just run this fist play right here. Again, behind the back from Magic Johnson, straight to the rim. And that is also going to happen, guys. People are going to try and bait you. They're going to expect you to kick it out to the corner. They're not going to guard the middle. Just take the shot. Just take the shot. At the end of the day, if you're just going to go inside, make sure you commit to it. That's the best advice I could give. Just commit to your shots. There's no point doing anything. Legal screen, unlucky. There's no point half doing something. Always make sure you commit to it. So if you're going to drive inside, just go for it. If you're going to kick out, make sure that the defender has fully committed and they're not just trying to bait you, which a lot of people will try and do at the moment. Obviously, people like Ty Debo are doing fantastic videos at the moment. We've got someone on the cut right there. No, we don't. Fantastic videos at the moment, just making everyone so much better in game. He's playing pretty high up on these screens. That's not a good pass. So yeah, don't do that. That is the thing to do. Don't force things. If they're not going to work, then just don't do them. That is really good defense from Magic Johnson right there. And we get another stop. So we'll play to the end of the quarter right here because that makes sense. Andrew Kirilenko, don't you dare shoot that. And that was just my fault. Went up for a pump fake when I really had no need to do so. And again, defensively, make sure you are back. You want to go, you don't really want to jump ever on jump shots. You always want to just do hands up defense. There's no need to be jumping. As soon as you jump, your opponent is going to have you wildly out of position as Wilt gets a wide open bucket right there. Never jump on the defensive end. Always just hands up play. And that is pretty much going to do it. Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy that little tutorial. I did just quit out of the game and give my opponent the win because I didn't want to play the rest of the game. I don't need to play it. I got what I wanted from that game, which was showing you guys pretty much how I would play. And again, that guy had a very good squad. He was off-balling, hard off-ball as well. So obviously would have been a little bit frustrating to play against. But as you saw, we ended winning that first quarter by 4 points. So it is possible to do so. Right, we'll get this pack open and then we'll jump into some comments. So basically, pack, never going to get anything out of that. Terry Rozier, that's absolutely fine. So let's jump into some comments. So first up, we are going to have Will. Hey JD, I bet a lot of people are going to ask this, but what price should we expect Bamba to rise up to? Very similar, like I said, to Isaac Bonga. I think it's going to go up to the 8, 9, 10k mark. He is unreal. 7 foot tall, 90 speed, Hall of Fame quick first step, gold range extender, ridiculous shooting stats. Really an incredible card. Next up, we've got William. I just packed Galaxy Opal AK from the locker code. Should I sell him as the other players I use in my team are all Spotlight Sim players? I have just started the game and have 100k MT to my name. Definitely go ahead and sell him then, and then you'll be able to distribute that MT evenly across your squad. There's no point in having all of your MT locked into one card. It's always better to have a good variety of players in your squad. Next up, we've got Latchy. Hey JD, love the vids. Do you recommend selling Luka Doncic and trying to pick up Tracy McGrady? I think it is a big upgrade. I think you'll notice massively how good this Tracy McGrady card is. He is selling though for 550k. We bought him for 460, so he's already gone up nearly 100k since we bought him. And Luka Doncic at the moment is pretty damn cheap, I think, about 250k. So it's a big jump. It is a big jump. I would say for the time being, just stick with Luka Doncic because there's no point selling him just now while his price is so low. Frank says, hey JD, Opal T-Mac for 500k, but I'm not really enjoying him. What? Who could not enjoy Galaxy Opal Tracy McGrady? Anyway, what should I do? Should I keep him and give him a chance or sell him and tactically downgrade love the vids? I would say definitely don't sell him just now because his price is going to keep coming up. It was only a couple of days ago when those super packs came out and obviously left the store. His price is going to keep going up in my opinion. It was like 700k before those packs come out. He should go back up to around the 600k mark and you'll be able to make a little bit of profit when you do go ahead and sell him back. Duggan says, hey JD, I bought Kareem for 300k. Is that a W or an L? Well, we saw mine sell for 500k, so that is a massive, massive W. BB says, should I get Bol Bol or AK-47, both for the power forward position? Personally, I would say Andrei Kirilenko. I love this card. This card is absolutely unreal. 6'9", so he's capable at that powerful position. Obviously, Bol Bol has the height, but AK has the speed. 99 lateral quickness, 90 speed, 90 speedable, and 90 acceleration. If we take a look at Bol Bol, he does feel a little bit unsure on his feet when he's out there. He kind of looks a little bit like Bambi. Obviously, he's so tall, so thin, looks like he's skating on ice a lot of the time. 80 speed, 79 speed with ball, 83 lateral quickness. I think at this powerful position when you're coming up against people like Larry Bird's, Andrei Kirilenko's, Giannis's, Josh Smith's, James Worthy's, you need someone with a lot of speed at that position. So personally, I would say Andrei Kirilenko out of the two, and I think he's going to hold his value a little bit better. All right, next up into the comments we go. Lota says, I'm selling my Bol Bol right now for 100k on bid. Maybe it's an L for me. I really need 200 to 300k. So as we saw at the start, he's really not selling for too much at the moment, like 250k, which when he first came out, he was like 350 to 400k. So it's kind of mad how far his price has come down, where you bear in mind the fact that the Galaxy Opal Kristaps is selling for nearly 300k, and they're pretty much identical. I know this doesn't really have a lock-in reward. I mean, it's got 200 tokens, but realistically, no one cares about that. But Kristaps doesn't have anything. There's literally nothing here. So at least Bol Bol's locking in for something. So yeah, I definitely expect his price to go up a little bit, but hopefully you get a lot. I mean, we got 500k for a Kareem who really shouldn't be selling for that much. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm very, very happy with that amount back for him. Final comment of the day is going to be from Jimmy. Should I continue to try and collect cards to get Dwayne Wade and Anthony Davis? I need to collect a little over 1,000 cards still, or should I sell what I have to try and invest in players such as Ben Simmons and Kareem Shaq? Your vids are great, by the way. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I would say it's not worth it at all to go for these two guys down here. It will take you so long and so much MT as well. Sure, they're incredible, but Dwayne Wade comes in with 55 Hall of Fame badges. Realistically, it's not going to be too long until that amount of Hall of Fame badges are on the auction house. If we look over here at Trae Young, is Trae Young the one with 44 Hall of Fame badges? He is. They're already dropping cards with 44 Hall of Fame badges, and obviously he's dirt cheap. So it's not going to be too long before we're going to get auctionable cards that have like 50 Hall of Fame badges. And yeah, it is just not worth it to put that much MT into getting up to this level. I would not recommend investing in Ben Simmons. I don't think investing in him is a good idea when he's selling for 700k. His price has come up so much. We sold him for like 620. That's crazy. Ben Simmons is mad expensive right now. Investing in Shaq, again, I don't think that's a good idea because I think he's only going to come down in price as they keep on releasing more and more ridiculous cards. Obviously, we're going to get people like Galaxy Opal, maybe even a Kobe, yeah. But obviously, we're definitely going to get a LeBron and a Giannis, which are going to kill the game even more. But we've also got people to come like Galaxy Opal Jimmy Butler, Galaxy Opal Paul George, people like them, which are still going to cost a ridiculous amount when they first come out. And at the center position, again, Galaxy Opal Hakeem, he still needs to be coming in. So we've already got Kareem. But yeah, there's plenty of other cards out there that are going to come out, and his price will come down, in my opinion. If you're looking to invest, this guy right here is your best bet. So that's going to do it for the third video of the day today. Wow, words. Why are they so hard sometimes? I don't know. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.